Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru Maths Theory Lectures. Problems we have already covered in this app. Kindly download this app to get these problems simple as well as the tough ones. They are useful for CBSE, ICSE and various state boards across India and outside India. In this video we'll be focusing only on theory. So let's start. Coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. Coordinate means what? X coordinate, Y coordinate. See here, if we are studying only plane figures, means which have only X and Y axis, like the page, like this screen, these have only two axes, X and Y. These are planes. So we have only two coordinates, X and Y. But if you are studying a three-dimensional figure, then it will have three coordinates, X, Y and Z. But they are not there for you now. So let's focus only on two-dimensional figures, X and Y. So coordinates means X and Y coordinates. It means we should be able to locate where this point P is, right? So suppose if there is some point Q over here, we should be able to locate it from the coordinates, means X. What are coordinates basically? See here, X coordinate means where this straight line cuts X axis, and Y coordinate means where this straight line cuts Y axis. So if you know these two, you will be able to tell where this P is to be found out or where it is to be located. Suppose if I ask you where your house is, and what will you tell me? You will tell me some landmark, that it is beside this house, or beside this guy's house, some famous person, or besides this hotel, besides this theater, besides this road, besides this square, famous square, chowk we call it. So basically what are you doing? We are trying to locate something by the means of what we know. So we know X and Y axis, so by that we have to locate this point P, similar to locating your house. Position of a point P in a Cartesian plane with respect to coordinate axis is represented by the ordered pair X, Y. Firstly, what is Cartesian? Okay, Cartesian means X and Y, which has X and Y coordinates, is called Cartesian. Okay, then you'll ask, if this is Cartesian, then what is the other thing? Other is called as polar. We don't have to study now polar. In polar also you can locate something. So that is by angle theta and the length of the arm. Okay, so theta and r. But that is not for our study now. So we'll focus only on Cartesian. Okay, so point P, position of point P in a Cartesian plane with respect to coordinate axis. Axis, remember, if one is there, then it's axis. If there are two, then axis, is represented by the ordered pair X, Y. Always X comes first, Y comes second. Always, never ever change it. So if this point is 5, it means from 0 it measures 5. And why this 0 over here? Because this is 5 on X axis, and what is the Y axis? Y coordinate, it's 0, because Y coordinate doesn't exist on this X axis. Similarly over here, if this X axis on Y axis, X coordinate will always be 0, right? And Y coordinate will be what is measured from this 0 up to this horizontal line. Okay, move on. The line X dash OX is called X axis. See this, X dash OX, and Y dash OY is called as Y axis. The point of the intersection of X and Y axis is called the origin. This is called as origin. It is always denoted as 0, 0. Origin is a point where everything starts. Okay. The perpendicular distance of point P from Y axis is called X coordinate. Remember this, you will always get confused. Distance from Y axis, see this is Y axis, and the perpendicular distance means this distance, that is the X coordinate. Okay, and vice versa, means the perpendicular distance of point P from X axis is the Y coordinate and is called as ordinate. Remember these two words, abscissa and ordinate. Now what is abscissa? Abscissa is X coordinate and Y coordinate is called ordinate, only ordinate. Okay. Now signs of abscissa and ordinate in different quadrants are given as below. See this. Now you will say this is so confusing. How to remember this? Here all positive, here one negative, here two negatives. here this y negative, there x negative. How to remember this? See, here maths is not remembering, maths is understanding. So once you understand it, you will not need to remember it. Quite simple. See this x from 0 to right, everything is positive. 0 to above, everything is positive. So if you look at something over here, so it will be positive, positive. Now here, if you go on this side, so this is above and this is on the left side. So 0 to left is negative. So this is negative and above is positive. So y is positive and x is negative. Similarly over here. Now if you are going down also, you are going to left also. So both are negative. So that's why x will also be negative, y will also be negative. On this side, we are going to the right and down. When you go to the right, x, it's always positive. So x is positive and you are going to down. So left, this y is negative, right? That's why this plus minus comes. Okay, it's quite simple. Just remember, right side positive, top positive, remaining both sides negative. Any point on x-axis is of the form x comma 0. Remember this, because its y coordinate will always be 0, because x-axis means there is no y coordinate. Similarly, the vice versa, y-axis it will be 0 comma y. Okay, the distance between any two points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is given by root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now what is all this? What is x2? What is y2? What is x1 y1? See this. These are the 2 points A and B. We denote them. We have told earlier that it is x and y coordinate. So x1 y1. Instead of x1 y1, I can write this 4 and 5 over here. And here I can write it 10 and 11 over here. So x1 y1 and x2 y2 are actual numbers. Now where do these numbers come from? These numbers come from these coordinates. So this is x1 y1 and q will be somewhere over here, here, x2 y2, and we are joining this pq. Then we are finding x1 minus x2, or x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, and then square root. Okay, so here, even if you do x1 minus x2 the whole square and y1 minus y2 the whole square, it will be one and the same, because square doesn't have any sign. Okay, so you can do anything. Now what about the origin? Origin means what? If O is origin, distance of point P xy from origin 0 0 is given by OP equals to root of x square plus y square. Why? Because see here, if O is origin, then this point x1 y1 or x2 y2 anything will be 0 0, and this point P will have some number 4 5 6 7 10 12 100 20 anything. So 5 minus 0 means x2 minus x1. 5 minus 0, so 0 remains, that only 5 square, so that's why x square. Or here 7 minus 0, so 0 is over here only, 0 means nothing, so 7 square, so y square only. So in that case x2 and y2 or x1 and y1, they get vanished. This is also known as distance formula. Okay, so remember this, distance equals to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, or vice versa, anything. Okay, now we come to important section formula. Section formula means what? What do you mean by section? Section means division. See here, if this is a line AB and you divide it over here, now this ratio need not be equal. See here, it's shown as equal, m and n. It need not be. This point can be here also, and the ratios can be m is to n, means 1 is to 3, like that, or 2 is to 3, anything. So that's why we call it m is to n. The coordinates of a point which divide the line segment joining the points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 internally in the ratio m is to n are, means what? See this AB x1 y1 b x2 y2 and this point p xy divides this line AB in the ratio m is to n. Now m is to n can be 1 is to 3, 5 is to 10, not 5 is to 10, 5 is to 12, 5 is to 13, anything, any number, not negative as only. Okay, no negatives allowed. Okay, so let's say m is to n. So the coordinates of this point P can be we can get that coordinates by the formula what? See here, coordinate means what? We want x coordinate and y coordinate. So x will be equal to, see this. Now listen to this carefully. mx2 means m into the other points. Here section is on the left side, m. So multiply to the right side, plus nx1, left side right side section to the left side coordinate. mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. This was for x. Similarly y. my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Right? Getting it? See here, left side section to right side coordinate, right side section to left side coordinate. Okay. So this is sections formula. The ratio m is to n can be written as m upon n is to k or k is to 1. Means here I can write this m is to n as, take this n on this side, so it will be m upon n is to 1. Some books write it this way also, some books write it m is to n also, some books write this m upon n as k and call it k is to 1 also. It's one and the same thing. See here, if k is written, then what? The section formula would be kx2 plus 1x1, because n is 1 over here now, because we have written k is to 1. So kx2 plus 1x1 upon k plus 1, ky2 plus 1y1 upon k plus 1. Okay, anything you can say, it's one and the same. This formula or this formula, it's one and the same. Okay. Now from this sections formula, we can derive something called as midpoint formula. What is a midpoint? Midpoint means which divides this line into two equal halves. So in that case, if you say m is to n, so both will be equal, m and n, right? So what will it be? This will be. So it will be m and n are 1 is to 1, because the ratio is 1 is to 1 only, right? So that's why it will be m equals to 1 or and n equals to 1, or m upon n equals to 1 is to 1, right? Because m and n are 1 is to 1. So just input the values in this. You will get 1x2 plus 1x1 upon 1 plus 1, that is 2, right? Similarly 1y1 plus 1y2 upon 1 plus 1. This same formula you are using it. This 1x2 plus 1x1 upon 1 plus 1, 1y2 plus 1y1 upon 1 plus 1. y1, because the division is equal, 1 is to 1 is the ratio, it is half. That's why in midpoint formula. Okay, so that's why it will be, the formula will be x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2, the coordinates of the midpoint. Okay, so even if you know only sections formula, you can derive this midpoint formula also immediately. You might be finding it somewhat difficult, so once you solve the problems or see the solved problems in this app, it will be easier for you. So that's why I always suggest download this app and go through this paid version. You will get all these problems solved, simple as well as difficult. They are useful for all that, CBSE, ICSE, state boards, within India, across India, outside India, everywhere. Okay. Now how to find the area of triangle when the coordinates of the 3 points of the triangle are known. Means we know only the vertices of the triangle. What is the formula we know? Half into base into height, right? But this is not of no use over here, because we don't know the base and height. We know the coordinates. Now what are the coordinates? Let's say this, A, B and C. A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2 and C is x3, y3. This is the triangle, say. So what is the area of this triangle? It is, see this, look at it carefully. These 2 points are very important, sections formula and this area of triangle. 1 upon 2 into, see this now, x1 into y2 minus y3 means what? See this, x1 means x coordinate of A into these two, y2 minus y3. Okay, then x2 into plus x2 into means B into y3 minus y1. See the sequence. See here, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1, y1 minus y3. We are not changing the sequence. We are not writing it here y1 minus y3 over here or y2 minus y1 over here. Okay. Once you start a sequence, follow the same sequence. Do not change the sequence. y2, y3, y3. Then there is no y4. So come back to y1, 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 then y2. Right. One ahead. or you can go reverse way also, y3 minus y2, y1 minus y3, y2 minus y1, anything you can do. But once you start a cycle from one side, keep the same cycle going, clockwise or anti-clockwise, anything is allowed. So what is the formula? 1 upon 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Okay. So this is where triangle represents the absolute value. Even if you get the negative answer of this, there should be an absolute value. Absolute means what? Even if you get the negative answer, make it positive and move on, right? Okay. Now this A, B and C, these 3 points will be collinear. Collinear means what? On the same line. When will they be collinear? Here, if the area of this triangle, if start bringing this point nearer to AC, this here, then area of triangle will reduce, right? Then bring more nearer to this line C, AC, again lesser. Now you bring this point B on AC. What will be the area of triangle? That will be 0. So that's what the condition is. 3 points are collinear if the area is 0. Why is this A shown as mod? This is called as mod. Mod means 2 lines. It means this absolute value. Absolute value means it should always be taken as positive. Okay. Now, if P is the centroid of a triangle, then the median divides it in the ratio 2:1. Coordinates of the P are given as, now what is all this? So here, this is a triangle, and these are called as the medians. Median means what? This point D divides BC half into half. E divides AC into half. So these F divides AB into half. So this joining this point F to the other vertex, opposite vertex. Similarly joining D to the opposite vertex A. Now these lines are called as medians. Now these medians, where they intersect each other, that point G, this is called as a centroid. Now what is the specific quality of this centroid? This G point divides this line AD in the ratio 2:1. Means this is 2 and this is 1. Suppose if the length of this AD is say 9. So this will be 6, this will be 3. If it is say 12, then it is 8 and 4. Similarly for others. So centroid of a triangle is a point of concurrency. Concurrency means what? Where all the 3 points meet. That's called as concurrent. Of the 3 medians, the centroid divides each median into piece 1/3 of the length of the median and 2/3 of the length. Okay, means 1/3 and 2/3. This is 1/3, this is 2/3. So this is called as centroid and median. Okay, move on. So the coordinates of the centroid are given as x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. This centroid means what? That point which this G point which we have seen. And what are these x1, x2, x3? These are of A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. Okay. Now area of quadrilateral, that's easy. A, B, C, D is what? How do we find it? Find the areas of the two triangles and add them. So area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle ADC. Now how to find the area of triangle ABC and ADC? This formula. 1 upon 2 into this x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Okay, use it for both and you'll find the area of the full quadrilateral. Not only quadrilateral, you can find the area of any figure like this if you divide it into number of triangles. Okay, so that was a theory on coordinate geometry. See here, this was only the theory. Problems, very difficult ones as well as simple ones, have been solved in this app Yuva Maths Olympiad. This is available on Play Store. You can download it and get all these problems as well as this theory lectures. They are useful for CBSE, ICSE and various state boards. So you can follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Okay, you can get 500 plus questions with explanations and case studies on your PC. It's a separate paid version. So keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.